relay time it is now. And everyone in the stadium has been waiting patiently for this all day so far.
Al die afloopspanne wat nou besig is om reg te maak, seker te maak al die spanne is volledig, almal is reg en almal weet hoe ver is hulle oorgeemerke. Ons sien uit na opwindende aflosse wat nou voorlê.
In the boys' 14 high jump, it was Blessing Takundwa who was victorious with his jump of 1 meter 75 centimeters. That gave him 5 centimeters to spare over Reece Stolz, while Brian Raats finished in the third place. The high jump for the 17 boys was won by Glenn Vermeulen in 185. That in turn was 5 centimeters better than Reinhard Ludwig, and that was a count out between him and Cornel Kutsia for the silver and the bronze medal respectively.
Soos wat die afloosatlete begin regmaak, sal julle sien al die onder 19 spanne het spesiale uitrustings van die mans en die seuns, die mans en die dames. So kom ons kyk hoe mooi gaan al die atlete lyk en hoe vinnig gaan hulle hardloop vandag.
The discus results for boys 17 is Hanno Labeskaghni with that 47.09 of his, and that pushed Graham Grobler into the second place and Kyle van Sail into the bronze medal position. For the boys triple jump 19, listen to these distances, 14.80, and that was from Tebogo Masima, and that is a new record by 26 centimeters. That's a very, very long way indeed. Very impressive from young Tebogo Masima.
En dan ook in die tweede plek is Christy Leroux wat die verspring vir seuns 19 in 'n afstand van 7,5 cm gewen het, en hier vat hy die tweede plek in die 3-sprong.
So very good performances all told. It's amazing how many of these young athletes are able to double up, triple up, and in some cases even take part in 4 different races or events. Those are some very fancy tights there. They'll be flashing by in a matter of a heartbeat.
As mens so mooi kyk, kan mens 'n paar gespanne afrigters op die veld sien, want daar's nog 'n paar spanne wat 'n plek of 2 kan opskuif sodra hulle met die aflosse kan begin. Ons eerste aflos van die dag gaan wees die dogters onder 14 in die silwer kompetisie. In baan 1 gaan ons Randburg hê, baan 2 Nelspruit, baan 3 Dr. E.G. Jansen, baan 4 Klerksdorp, baan 5 Noordvaal, baan 6 Transvaalia, baan 7 Rustenburg en in die buitebaan het ons Potchefstroom Gymnasium.
So the tension is mounting here for the last few events of the day. Item number 129 is the final for the girls 4x100, 14 years and younger. This is the silver group, and you heard co-commentator Chris Conradi call it, but it is in this order from lane 1 through to 8. Randburg, Nelspruit, E.G. Jansen, Klerksdorp, Noordvaal, Transvalia, Rustenburg en Potchefstroom.
Definitief die hoogtepunt van die dag gaan daai seuns onder 19 aflos wees. Dis elke jaar die grootste item van die dag en gaan Afrikaans Hoër Seunskool onder daai 41 sekondes gaan en die rekord breek. Die 2012 span was definitief een van die vinnigste tye in Suid-Afrika ooit en hierdie jaar se onder 19 span is net so vinnig, maar gaan nie weer dit belemmer of gaan hulle nog steeds onder daai 41 gaan en 40 sekondes kan hardloop op die 4x100 meter vir seuns onder 19.
Of course, Chris, the one thing that you have in a relay that you don't have in any other event is that you've got team pressure. And pressure from yourself not to want to let the rest of the team down.
Dit is so belangrik om te wag vir daai merk as jy dit ingeoefen het en baie keer wat gebeur in 'n groot wedloop, die manne is oorhaastig en hy spring net daai bietjies te vroeg weg en die grootste plek waar jy kan verbeter in 'n aflos is by die oorgees. Ons het in die laaste paar jaar gesien hoe die spanne van Japan lande weghardloop wat soveel vinniger atlete het, maar omdat hulle oorgees so goed en egalig is en op die merk wegspring, wen hulle baie ander spanne net omdat daai oorgees so goed is.
Yeah, that's one of the big things, and like you say, the want is to go too early because there is such adrenaline and you get so sucked into the whole hype scenario of a relay that it's so easy to just get carried away, and if you're 2 yards too quick, then the timing goes.
Gelukkig hardloop meeste van die atlete week in en week uit aflosse, so hulle is teen die tyd al goed geoefen. Ek dink baie van hierdie skoolafrigters is van die beste afloscoaches in die wêreld omdat hulle dit so baie afrig en elke week met so baie spanne werk. So hulle kan ASA kan definitief bietjie kom kyk na 'n paar van hierdie skoolafrigters.
Ek stem. Ek hoor jou. So the record here for the 4x100 meter relay for the girls 14 is, believe it or not, 46.79. So that means that those 4 young lasses ran 11.5 each for their 400, and that is remarkable if you start dissecting it like that.
Baie vinnige tye hierso. So kom ons kyk of hier vandag rekords gaan gebreek word.
The tension out there is, you can see it. This young athlete here from Randburg has been pacing up and down, and so is the athlete from Klerksdorp and E.G. Jansen. And Nelspruit, they all feel the pressure.
En die moeilike ding van die aflosse is baie skole het nie die diepte nie om 4 vinnige atlete te hê, maak 'n groot verskil.
While we wait for these relay races to get the all clear, remember there's no less than 3 different changeover points and they've all got to be ready. The boys 19 triple jump. We told you that Tebogo Masima was the winner there with his distance of 14.80, and there's several other really good results. Glenn Vermeulen in the boys 17 high jump with his height of 185. And then Banele Shabangu, the final of the girls, 16 400 meters, 58.81 seconds. So many really good performances throughout the whole day to mention. There's just so many. I'd like to feature some of the field events because we weren't able to show you those live. The boys 14 long jump, 585 for Luke van Rijn. Then Tsakani Mangyani in 570, so only losing there by 5 centimeters in the end. Not a heck of a lot in it, but that achievement from Van Rijn was worth 1,049 points as well.
Dan ook Tsakana Mangyani van Afrikaans Hoër Seunskool wat ook 1000 punte daar kry met 'n 5,7 meter vir seuns onder 14.
Very impressive indeed. Lawrence Fourie won the boys 14 shot put in 14.65, and that's just over 900 points. That gave him victory over Armand Willemse and Marco Maria.
Gelukkig het die reën ook opgeklaar, so ons hoop die aflosse gaan baie goed nou hier verloop.
In the javelin event for boys 19, it was Diego Apollos who won that with a hull of 52.37 meters. Zander Jordan was second, and Richard Rutz was third with his distance of 47.63. Girls discus for 16-year-olds, 37.55 was the distance for Christelle Grobler, and she beat Brittany Ritchie into the silver position, and Dion Fuljoen settled for the bronze. The girls 19 javelin, 37.67 meters for Zayn Skuman. Jean-Lee de Toy was second, and she was 1 meter and 60 centimeters further back, and Nikita Boertes took the bronze medal there. The girls shot put, 17, 12.96 meters for Lizelle Marais. Elandre Pont was in second spot, and Kerry Ann Botha in the third place. Caitlin Church was the winner of the girls 17 shot put, 12.43 meters, and Michelle Grunenberg was silver medalist. Shalise Swart was the third place in 11.51. Anay Venter won the girls long jump 17 with a jump of 5.11 meters, and in the boys 19 triple jump 13.37 for Kurt Kutsia. Zander Rath was second with 12.88, and Meli Mazibuko 12.82, beaten by just 6 centimeters in the bronze medal position.
Ons is reg vir die eerste aflos van die dag, en is die dogters onder 14 in die silwer afdeling.
They've been asked to settle in by the starter. Transvaal, E.G. Jansen, Potchefstroom, Nelspruit, Randburg, Klerksdorp, Noordheuwel, and Rustenburg. Stand down is the call. I think the gun there misfired. So for once, not an athlete problem, but a mechanical problem of sorts.
Ek van die klaps wat dalk nat geword het.
Ja.
Oorsaak dat die afsitter nie kan skiet nie.
We saw Rosé do such a good performance on the track, but she's also the long jump champion for girls 17 with a jump of 5.95. And that, believe it or not, 1 centimeter short of the record. But there they go. They're off now in the first of the relays. Transvaal, E.G. Jansen, Potchefstroom, Nelspruit, Randburg, Klerksdorp, Noordheuwel, and Rustenburg.
En het lyk soos Transvaal aan die binnekant, of Randburg wat baie goed gaan, en aan die buitekant is dit Potchefstroom, en daar in die middel lyk dit soos Noordheuwel wat baie goed gaan. Kom ons kyk wat gebeur met die wedloop.
Potchefstroom still going nicely. It looks like Nelspruit is losing a little bit of ground here now. Third changeover at the 200-meter mark. Who's going to get the best changeover? Who's going to make it the smoothest? And now as they hand over, look at this. Randburg still nicely in control. Transvaal also going nicely.
Maar dit lyk soos Noordheuwel wat voor is, en kom ons kyk wat hier gebeur. Aan die binnekant is die Randburg wat mooi deurkom. Kom ons kyk wie wen die wedloop. Is ook Klerksdorp, en aan die binnekant is dit Nelspruit.
Transvaal, though, in lane 1 it is. Who is it going to be? Yeah, it is indeed Transvaal. And in lane 5, it was a big try by Randburg, but they couldn't quite come through in the end. They tried their level best. Time there, 52.09 seconds, so quite a long way off the record there.
Volgende het ons dan die dogters onder 14 4x100 meter aflos, en in baan 1 het ons Prestige College, en hier is dan die goud afdeling, en in baan 2 het ons Help Mekaar, baan 3 Affie Meisies, baan 4 Garsfontein, baan 5 Kempton Park, baan 6 Swartkops, baan 7 Waterkloof, en heel aan die buitekant is dit Monument.
So the girls 14 gold race now, and Again, the same format. The handovers at the 100, 200 and 300.
So belangrik dat al 3 oorgees goed gaan. Een oorgee kan jou 'n wen kos en is baie interessant om te sien hoe die wedloop nou gaan uitspeel.
Absolutely vital that every one of those handoffs is done with precision, and the baton is slapped into the hand of the runner ahead of you, and that you know which hand they're going to be waiting with, so that you know exactly how, where and what, and whether you need to cross over your hand left or right. Most people are right-handed, so often you want to hand over with the right hand. But if someone is left-handed and they receive with a left hand, then you've got to work that out and make sure that it is absolutely sorted in your mind and theirs.
Definitief is baie moeilik vir party atlete, maar gewoonlik begin jou ou wat wegspring met die aflosstokkie in sy regterhand, want hy moet die meeste fokus, want hy moet nog wegspring en die stokkie vat. So dan gaan dit gewoonlik regs, links en die manne wat die backstride hardloop en die na die wenpaal toe hardloop, hulle vat hom gewoonlik links aan. Maar dit is partykeer vir party, veral vir jong atlete, daai koördinasie is nogals moeilik om aan te leer.
Yeah, I don't think it mattered where you would have put me. I would have taken with the right hand.
En dis wat baie keer gebeur, baie atlete vat hom in die verkeerde hand en dan moet hulle stokkies wissel en dit mors so baie tyd.
Lane 1 then, Prestige. 2 is Help Mekaar. Affies, Macy's in 3rd place. Garsies in 4. In 5 it's Kempton Park. 6 Swartkop, one of the fine schools that has always produced such wonderful athletes. Waterkloof is in 7 and Monument on the outside in lane 8. The Ranky refs are still busy, and now they silence it down just a little. Event number 129, the gold race. Record here, 46.79. Athletes warming up on the inside of the track. Sprinting on the grass, making sure that they're nice and warmed up. It's such an explosive event.
So belangrik om in die koue weer ook warm te bly. Vir al die atlete wat by die oorgeepunte staan, jy kan sien so elke nou en dan 'n paar hoë knie, strek die bene net om die hitte aan te hou.
Very important point actually, that it's cool and you don't want to stand around for too long, otherwise you start losing vital body heat and muscle heat, and that's exactly what you want. You actually want to get into the blocks steaming hot and sweating so that you're ready to go at top speed from the word go at the first calling. Again, Prestige, Helpies, Affies, Garsies, Kempton Park, Swartkop, Waterkloof and Monas on the outside. Very little to choose early on, and interesting that most of these athletes have decided to start with the baton in the right hand. Perhaps the best start so far from the Office girls. And there we go now. Second handover was nice and smooth.
Lyk soos help mekaar daar aan die binnekant en maar
Ja.
twee wat goed lyk. Op hierdie stadium is hulle voor. Kom ons kyk wat gebeur daar by die tweede oorgee by die 200 meter merk.
Oh, Help Mekaar had a little stutter step there, and that is going to cost them.
Kom ons hoop hulle kan dit opmaak op die einde. Dit lyk daar aan die buitekant soos Waterkloof wat goed gaan in baan 7, maar help mekaar lyk nog steeds voor en
Garsfontein. Oh, daar's drama. There was drama there as well. So it is the fourth lane here. Garsfontein going away, looking phenomenal, but they've been closed down. Oh, it was so close in lane 7. Waterkloof was running at them and running at them hard. But in the end, it wasn't quite enough. A victory by 30 centimeters in the end.
Ja, dit was baie naby geweest. Waterkloof mag dalk net daai wedloop gewen het op die einde met 'n half millimeter.
52.28 seconds. That is another one of those photo finishes. My goodness, it was tight. Very, very tight indeed.
Ons volgende wedloop is dan die seuns onder 14, of nee, so het lyk of hulle die dogters onder 15 eers gaan hardloop. Kom ons maak net seker. Nee, dit is wel die seuns onder 15. Kom ons maak net seker wat die baanlotings hier so is. Seuns onder 15, 4x100 meter gaan dan wees in baan 1, gaan dit Transvalia wees. Skus, dis seuns onder 14 wat nou gaan hardloop. In baan 1 is dit Dr. E.G. Jansen, baan 2 is dit Potchefstroom Gymnasium, baan 3 Rustenburg, baan 4 Noordvaal, baan 5 Klerksdorp, baan 6 Nelspruit, baan 7 Transvalia en heel buite is dit Hoërskool Randburg.
So the lineup there for you. And schools are still so enthusiastic. It's lovely to see. It's really admirable that they've been able to keep their enthusiasm through the rain and all the rest of it. They've had such fun. They'll be exhausted when they get home tonight, but that's tonight's troubles. When you're that old, nothing matters. As long as you're having, what do they call it, a jol, hey?
En hierdie is 'n baie groot jol vir meeste van die kinders.
So again, this lineup for you. From the inside, E.G. Jansen, Potchefstroom, Rustenburg, Noordvaal, Klerksdorp, Nelspruit, Transvalia and Randburg. So the starter has taken control of this race, event number 130. Oh, there's a slip there from the man from Potchefstroom, virtually straight off the blocks. That is going to cost his team. Had a horrible slip. That's just water in the blocks there. But now it looks on the far side as if it is Nelspruit, Transvalia and Randburg who are really going well.
En dit lyk soos die span van Klerksdorp of Transvalia daar aan die buitekant wat baie goed gaan. Kom ons kyk wat gebeur met hierdie wedloop.
Well, Transvalia are going very well. Randburg too. There's a good handover. Oh, look at that. It's a steamer. He's away and away quickly. And on his inside, it is Nelspruit who are going well as well. So it looks like Nelspruit are easing away here now. It is indeed on the inside, on his inside though. Klerksdorp coming at them hard as well. And believe it or not, Rustenburg not too far out of it either. But that is a very, very good win.
Baie goeie wen daar van Hoërskool Klerksdorp se onder 14 seuns aflosspan.
Klerksdorp in control. The handovers were so smooth indeed. Felt sorry for Potchefstroom because they lost it virtually from the word go with that slip. They were 5 yards down before they even started that one. A winning time there of 47.71. The record, just to put it in context for you, is 45.60.
En die volgende wedloop is dan die seuns onder 14 goudafdeling. En in baan 1 het ons Afrikaans Hoër Seunskool, baan 2 Monument, baan 3 Waterkloof, baan 4 Kempton Park, 5 Garsfontein, baan 6 het ons Help Mekaar College, baan 7 Swartkops en in die heel buitekant Prestige College. Kom ons kyk wat die Affies manne hier kan doen. Ek weet hulle het verlede week by die Pretoria Interhoor het Affies onder 14, 15, 16 en onder 19 aflosse gewen. So gaan hier ons vandag 'n verrassing sien van een van die ander seunskole.
So the track just being cleared now. This is the boys 14, 4x100. And I must just say to you, Chris, I look at the size of some of these lads at the age of 14. It's hard to believe.
Nee, is 'n paar groot seuns en hopelik is hulle reg vir die rugby seisoen wat nou binne die volgende week gaan begin.
Ja, nee. Gepraat soos 'n ware afrigter. In lane 1. And that is probably the worst lane as far as the water that is trapped on the track is concerned. Affies, Monas in 2, Kloofjes in 3, in lane 4, Kempton Park, Garsies in 5, Help Mekaar College in 6, Swartkop in 7, and outside lane, lane number 8, Prestige College. And they've won themselves the team title here already. They've done a wonderful job. Starters got their attention. No. Another misfire.
Van een van die spanne onder 45,6 sekondes hardloop om 'n nuwe rekord op te stel.
Yep, that is the mark, 45.60. They'll all be feeling the pressure. So the starter again asks them to take their marks. Tension out there now. And away this time they go. Quick start by the Affies boys. See, Kempton Park is in a spot of bother. They've been overhauled already. And Monas also very quick in lane 2. There is Affies now steaming away. The man here who's taken the baton second is absolutely flying. And Monas is as well on the far side too. Lane 2 though, it's all happening for Monas.
Lyk of Affies baie goed lyk daar aan die buitekant is dit Garsfontein en heel aan die buitekant is dit Help Mekaar. Kom ons kyk wie wen die wedloop.
Well, it's going to be interesting now because here's the last handover and it is still Monas who looking good. They are in the lead there, but look at the man in lane 1. Affies coming back at them in a big way. Is he going to hold on? Yep, Monas is going to. Monument come through in lane 6 rather, I beg your pardon. And that looks lovely. What a lovely run it was, 46.95. So just a little heartbeat away from the record. 46.95. The Hoppies boys, they looked like they had that nicely in hand virtually all the way through.
Baie goed gehardloop daar deur die span van Help Mekaar. Al 4 atlete het goed gehardloop. Die oorgees was goed en dit het op die ouene die verskil gemaak. Volgende is dan die dogters onder 15 4x100 meter en in baan 1 het ons Noordvaal, baan 2 het ons Potchgymnasium, baan 3 Nelspruit, baan 4 Transvaalia, baan 5 het ons Klerksdorp, baan 6 Rustenburg, baan 7 Randburg en in baan 8 het ons Dr. E.G. Jansen.
The record here just a half a second under the 50-second mark, 49.50, and it's very quickly drawing to a close here at the Inter-High Noordvaal Gold and Silver Athletic Series, brought to you by School Sports as well as Ramble, Northwest University and Twizza. But what excitement here now in the relays. Virtually all of the team events have been settled, so there won't be too many surprises, we believe, from what we saw earlier on. But now it is the girls' 15 4x100 meter relay. The cheerleaders are still getting the best out of their teams, but here we go now. The next one, Noordvaal, Potchgym, Nelspruit, Transvaalia, Klerksdorp, Rustenburg, Randburg, E.G. Jansen. Very good start from Nelspruit in lane 3. The handover was a little on the slow side, but there it is now. The afterburners are on, and now they're flying. They still look like they're in control here. Let's take a look and see who is the first team to hand over. There it is, Nelspruit again, still in the lead, but not too far on the outside. It looks like it could be Randburg and Rustenburg still in control there. Nelspruit still going well though.
Gemakkelijk is Nelspruit hier in die voortou. Kom ons kyk wat gebeur in die laaste oorgee. Baie mooi oorgee van die span van Nelspruit. Hulle behoort hierdie wedloop te vang. maar hier kom die atleet van Transvaal nou deur, maar ek dink sy gaan net nie genoeg in die tankie om hierdie wedloop te wen nie.
So, Nelspruit coming through 49.50 seconds, 50.46 seconds. My word, it was close to the record, as the record is 49.50, so less than a second away from the mark set here just a few years ago.
Volgende dan is die dogters 15 4x100 meter in die goudafdeling. In baan 1 het ons Kempton Park, baan 2 Monument, baan 3 Help Mekaar, baan 4 Swartkops, baan 5 Garsfontein, baan 6 Waterkloof, 7 Prestige College en dan heel aan die buitekant het ons meisies hoër.
Look at the tension on these young faces. They've got all the pressure. They know what's expected of them.
En na so 'n lang dag om nog te fokus by aflosse, verg baie van die atlete.
Yeah, it is so true. Yet, you absolutely love it. That's why you do it.
En dan sien ook 'n paar atlete wat nou in die aflosse deelneem, wat heel dag hier gesit het en al wat hulle kom doen het is die aflos, so dit is ook hulle groot oomblik om deel te neem aan hierdie kompetisie.
Yeah, indeed. It's another point to remember that athletes can sit here all day, although, then again, you think of the Olympics, athletes wait for 3 weeks before 2 weeks of competition and 1 week of getting there and being acclimatized, and then they compete on the last day, so.
En dan het hierdie uitsonderings waar atleet nog voor die tyd wegspring, dan het hulle eintlik net 'n lekker vakansie gehad.
Tot ziens, ja. Sien jou volgende keer oor 4 jaar. It's a pity, but that is athletics, and that's the way that it goes. Your official announcer for the crowd here, taking you through the list of the starters. We'll do it for you one more time as well, just before they get off.
Dan maak ons seker of al die oorgees gereed is, want dit is belangrik dat elke skool se regteratleet in die regte baan staan, dat daar nie vir help mekaar kind vir 'n monnas kind aangee nie, want dit sou nie baie goed werk nie.
Yeah, that's always dramatic when that happens. So they settle in the blocks under starters orders. Kempton Park, Monument, Help Mekaar, Swartkop, Garsfontein, Waterkloof, Prestige College, and Affies Meisies in lane 8. Little rock back from the athlete in Monas colours in lane 2, and that cost her. But look at the flying start by Helpies in lane 3.
En dan ook aan die buitekant in baan 7 is die Prestige College wat baie goed lyk, en dan aan die binnekant Help Mekaar. Kom ons kyk wie gaan hierdie wedloop wen. Die oorgees, die tweede oorgee gaan nou gebeur, daar op die 200 meter merk, en dit lyk nog steeds soos Prestige College wat voor is, maar Help Mekaar lyk baie goed.
It's Prestige. It looks like Prestige handed over at first there again, but Helpies closing the gap, and on Prestige is inside. Waterkloof also making a run for it now. It's all come down to the last handover.
En dit lyk soos Help Mekaar. Ek dink Help Mekaar gaan hierdie een wen. Dis nou in die tweede plek kom Kempton Park nou aan die binnekant deur, maar dis tog Help Mekaar wat hierdie een gaan vat. Prestige College in die tweede plek, en dit lyk soos Waterkloof, en is Waterkloof wat die bronsmedalje vat.
50.40, and the record here 49.50, so it just shows you they were so darn close to it yet again. There's so many of these marks that have been scared today.
So baie rekords wat self gebreek is ook, en ek dink ons sou selfs meer gesien het as dit nie was vir die reën nie, maar nogtans ongelooflike atletiek vandag op Pilditch.
No doubt about it. We've seen world-class athletics, and I don't say that lightly, but we judge it by the standards that have been set by the points tables, and all these results, so many of them, from 975 and upwards. We've had several 1,200 points results, and that just means that it is world-class performances. One cannot impress enough upon you, our dear viewer out there, how many world-class performances we've seen today.
En ek dink ons kan môre aan weer 'n keer op Ruimsig, waar ons senior atlete aan die eerste been van die Athletics Grand Prix gaan deelneem. Daar gaan definitief ook 'n paar wêreldklas atlete deelneem, en dan die 8de Maart op Tuks is die tweede Grand Prix bijeenkoms en dan gaan ons bevoorreg genoeg wees om die wêreldkampioen in die 100 meter, Justin Gatlin, gaan 'n 150 meter kom hardloop, so dit gaan definitief 'n hoogtepunt vir Atletiek Suid-Afrika wees.
I'm very sorry that he's kind of ducked out of facing the South African sprinters. But I know it's happened. It happened with Steve Avet and Seb Coe in the years gone by. And many people have ducked many others over all the years. But it is a pity. Would have been great to have seen a showdown from the two in South Africa on our local soil.
Yes, en definitief hierdie skoolkinders kan beslis volgende week 'n draai by Tuks maak, want dit is nie elke dag wat jy so ongelooflike 100 meter atleet gaan sien hardloop nie, en hopelik kan ons daar in die 150 meter 'n besonderse tyd van die groot man sien.
The record here for these boys, 43.39. So again, let's just cut that down to, it's less than 11 seconds per 100, and off they go. It's Transvaal, Ege Jansen, Potchefstroom, Nelspruit, Randburg, Klerksdorp, Noordheuwel en Rustenburg.
En daar aan die binnekant lyk dit dadelik soos Dr. Ege Jansen wat goed lyk, en in die buitekant is Rustenburg ook goed aan die gang. Kom ons kyk hoe werk hierdie wedloop uit. In die binnekant lyk dit soos Nelspruit wat nou bykom. Wat gaan gebeur in die laaste 200 meter?
Randburg also seemed to be going well, and on the outside, Rustenburg not too far away, but it is in the white colours in the middle of your screen, looking good here.
En is Nelspruit wat baie goed lyk, gaan hulle dit maak, gaan hulle die laaste oorgee, goed oorgee, kom ons kyk wat gebeur.
Nelspruit look good, and then on the inside, oh, here's a big one coming on the outside. Rustenburg are going to steal this one. That last changeover was like lightning, and now Nelspruit have given away the second spot as well as lane 2 comes through. Ege Jansen, what a finish that was by Rustenburg. Die kerels in Oranje wat ongelooflik vinnig was in daai laaste oorgee. Kyk net hier.
Baie mooi wen daaraan van Hoërskool Rustenburg. Dit is so lekker om die jong mannetjies te sien hardloop.
So the boys 15 4x100 gold relay is now next. Item number 132, and we edging up to item 138 as our last one for the day.
Baanloting dan vir die seuns van 15 in die goud afdeling. In baan 1 het ons vir Swartkop, baan 2 het ons Afiseuns, baan 3 Monument, baan 4 Help Mekaar College, baan 5 Prestige College, baan 6 Garsfontein, Kempton Park in baan 7 en Waterkloof in baan 8.
There's some of these fancy outfits that the athletes have been asked to wear for the highlight of the evening.
En dit lyk soos die spanne van Rustenburg se onder 19 seuns en dogters spanne wat daar met hulle mooi pakkies staan. Kom ons kyk hoe goed hierdie spanne hardloop vandag.
Just checking to see whether each one of the handover points are ready and that they've again got the athletes in the right order. Vitally important, of course. Last thing you ever want to do is get it wrong.
En dit gebeur so maklik met so baie aflosse wat na mekaar gaan, en dit is nogals 'n storie vir die arme hoekbeamptes om kop te hou en seker te maak die regte atlete is in die regte bane en hulle almal weet waar is die regte merke om die oorgee tussen te gee.
In the boys' 14 long jump, it was Pamelo Molala who was victorious with his jump of 6 meters and 47 centimeters. And our attention almost down on the track now. Now it is, as the starter asks them to get into their blocks. It's Swartkop, Afis, Monument, Help Mekaar, Prestige, Garsfontein, Kempton Park and Waterkloof on the outside in their blue colors. Look for the Affies lads to get a very good start here, which they have indeed done. They've sent off one of their fastest runners here, and he's made up quite a bit of the stagger already. And out there in lane 6, Garsfontein have had a very good start too.
En dit lyk ook of die span van Kempton Park goed hardloop daar, maar aan die binnekant is Afiseuns baie vinnig besig om op te skuif. Kom ons kyk wat gebeur by die tweede oorgee, en dit lyk nog steeds soos Afiseuns wat daai voortou neem, as ook Help Mekaar aan die binnekant, maar Afiseuns hardloop baie goed. Help Mekaar, Monnas kom nou goed deur. En kom ons kyk wat gebeur in die laaste oorgee.
Monument also right in the mix of things. Right, there we go. Affies are on the way. And Monument, who's going to be able to do this? Yeah, it's Affies. They've had a wonderful start. They look good from the word go. Look at the time here. Very, very good indeed. And I want to tell you that that is a very, very good one from the office lads. They had pressure all the way through and they could produce in the end.
Baie goeie oorgees daar van die afspan. Hulle het weer eens gewys dat die tradisionele of die afseën so lief is vir aflos en ons kan dit hierso weer sien. En is ongelukkig het die tydbord nie gewerk daar nie, so ons moet wag vir die finale uitslaa om te sien wat was daai tyd gewees.
I'm convinced that that was really very quick. That looked like it was somewhere around about the 44-second region, and the record in that item 43.39. We, however, move on to item 133, the final of the girls 16 4x100 silver. The lineup here with the record for the girls at 49 seconds exactly. On the inside lane, lane 1, E.G. Janssen, 2 is Rustenburg, 3 Transvalia, Klerksdorp takes 4, 5 is Nelspruit, Randburg takes it in lane 6, Potch Gymnasium is in lane 7, and Noordvaal lane 8. Very evenly away again. Let's look for the first advantage and we'll see it at the first handover. Look for the athlete to go first. It certainly looks like it is Transvalia who were up there, and Nelspruit weren't too far away either.
En die span van Potch Gym lyk ook nie sleg nie. Kom ons kyk wat hulle daar by die tweede oorgee en dit lyk nog soos die span van Randburg wat baie goed oorgee.
Yep.
Yes, hulle is voor op die stadium. Kom ons kyk of een van die ander spanne hulle kan inhaal.
Randburg in lane 6 doing a good job, but don't forget that Transvalia were going nicely and so was Potch Gym as well. The last handover now.
En dit lyk soos Nelspruit en dit is Randburg en Potch Gym is op hierdie stadium voor. Dit lyk tog of Potch Gymnasium hierdie gaan wen. Yes, en dit is Potch Gymnasium. Baie goeie aflosspan hierso.
Potch Gym, and they come through. And a very good run indeed from Potch Gym. They were nicely at the head of affairs there, and they were comfortably in control all the way through. That time 50.75. So that is the silver run. Now, can the golds get any closer to that 49-second mark?
Baanloting vir dogters onder 16, 4x100 meter, en baan 1 het ons Affie meisies, baan 2 het ons Waterkloof, baan 3 het ons Swartkops, baan 4 Garsfontein, baan 5 Help Mekaar College, baan 6 Prestige College, baan 7 Monument, en aan heel buitekant het ons Kempton Park.
So this lineup again very talented, and look for some really quick leg turnover here. Seen some fast times for some of these sprinters earlier on today.
Definitief kan ons sien die spanne is almal so bietjie versigtiger met die nat weer, maar dit is baie belangriker om daai stokkie in jou maat se hand te kry as om te vinnig weg te spring.
So important to make sure that the transfer happens nicely and smoothly at the same time. So the gold race now, and again the lineup for you: Affies in lane 1, Waterkloof, Swartkop, Garsfontein in 4, Help Mekaar College goes in 5, Prestige 6, 7 Monument, and in the colours of Kempton Park, it's lane 8 for them. Help Mekaar very quickly up, and that will count slightly against them. Let's look at the handover. Help Mekaar seems to be up on the stagger, as well as Garsfontein and Swartkop.
En dan aan die binnekant sien ons meisies hoor wat baie goed deurkom. Hulle is besig om vinnig op te syf en ons kyk wat gebeur. Dit lyk soos Pilditch College wat nie sleg hardloop nie, maar dit is Swartkops wat goed lyk en dan meisies hoor daar aan die binnekant. Help mekaar wat 'n baie goeie oorgee daar gehad het. Kom ons kyk wat gebeur met hierdie laaste oorgee.
Help mekaar here looking like they're in a class of their own at the moment. It's all about this last handover now though, and on the inside there's very good running too from the Office Macy's. It looks like Office in lane 1. It's a hard charge here by Helpies. It's going to be close, going to be desperately close, but the Office Macy's are coming through to win it there, and there's some wonderful handovers there. They did that very well. Helpies tried their level best, but it was all down to the last of the handovers.
Baie opwindende afloos wat ons hierso vandag beleef. Dit is so lekker om te sien hoe goed hierdie afloose verloop en ons het nog eintlik net 1 of 2 swak oorgeers gehad, maar die res van die afloosspanne is almal goed geoefen en mens kan sien die skole het hard gewerk.
49.83, so only 0.83 of a second away from the record. The record there, 49 seconds exactly. Again, scaring the existing mark. We've seen so many great races so close, and you have to again ask, what if the conditions were just slightly better?
Volgende item is dan die seuns onder 16. Kyk net hoe naby was daai gewees en dit lyk so Swartkops wat in die 3de plek deurgekom het met Help mekaar 2de en meisies hoor wat goed wen met die dogters onder 16 4x100 meter afloos.
How nice to see our first photo finish as well now, and that was really wonderful. And that makes a big difference as well. It just confirms your first, second and third for you. Now the boys 4x100, 16 and younger. Record here 43.33. I mean, that is just, Chris, you've got to say that is remarkably quick.
Dis bitter vinnig. Kom ons kyk of een van hierdie spanne van Randburg, Transvaalia, Noordvaal, Rustenburg, Potchefstroom, Dr. E.G. Jansen, Nelspruit of Klerksdorp onder die 43,33 gaan.
That's the lineup for you from lane 1 through to 8. Randburg, Transvaalia, Noordvaal, Rustenburg, Potch, Gymnasium, Dr. E.G. Jansen, Nelspruit and Klerksdorp in lane 8. Smoothly away. A very good start it was from Nelspruit. Nelspruit have put together some really good relay teams here tonight.
Definitief, het lyk of Nelspruit daar die voortou neem. Baie goeie oorgee. Monas lyk goed. Aan die binnekant is dit Potch Gymnasium wat nou goed deurkom. As ook Dr. E.G. Jansen en dan heel aan die binnekant is dit die span van
That looks like Rustenburg. Yeah, and Swartkops also coming through very nicely. Look out too for the lads from Nelspruit one more time and Klerksdorp too. So the second to last or the last handover now and they're away. It's a bunch finish here, although that was a beautiful handover and it is in lane 2 going away. Transvaalia, they are smashing this baby all the way through. 44.32 seconds. Very close again to the record, but that was what a finish in the last 2 handovers from Transvaalia.
En dan ook Hoërskool Rustenburg wat baie mooi daar op die einde deurkom vir 'n silwer medalje en in die bronsplek is dit Potch Gymnasium.
Well. Didn't have them in the sights until the last 2 handovers when they started making an impression, and their anchor leg absolutely smashed it in the last 100, 44.32 and less than a second away from the existing mark again. So that was the silver race, which tells you what to expect in the gold race. The boys 16, 4x100 gold event now. The record here, that 43.33. We saw the silver group finishing just a second outside that. Now it's Prestige College, Swartkop, Kempton Park, Waterkloof, Monument, Affies, Help mekaar College and Garsfontein.
2 spanne om na te kyk en hierdie wedloop is definitief Affies seuns en dan in die heel buitebaan Garsfontein. Hierdie 2 skole gaan mekaar opdraande gee. Kom ons kyk wie gaan wenners wees van hierdie wedloop.
Again, that lineup for you, Prestige start in 1. Swartkop in 2. Kempton Park in 3. Waterkloof 4. Monument And 5, Affies boys take lane 6. 7 is Helpmekaar College and 8, Garsfontein. The gold race, 16 4x100 is underway.
En ons sien dadelik Garsfontein en Affies wat daai voortou neem, as ook aan die binnekant is dit Swartkops wat baie goed deurkom en ons kyk wat gebeur daar by die eerste oorgee is.
Affies look like they got the early lead here and they're looking good at this stage. As well as Helpmekaar College on the outside and Garsfontein was going nicely too. Look at the next handover.
Dit lyk tog of Affies voor is, maar kom ons hou dop vir Swartkops daar aan die binnekant. Dis moeilik om te sien op die draai op hierdie stadium, maar dit lyk tog of Affies voor is, maar Affies en Garsfontein gaan mekaar en ons sien en is Affies, maar hier kom Garsfontein en dit lyk soos Bjorn van Wyk van Affies wat gaan wen hierso, maar moenie vir die ou van Garsfontein onderskat nie.
He's coming back at him, but it isn't going to be enough. Affies coming through there to win in 43.50. Oh, just a little nod away from that record of 43.33. So just 0.17 of a second away. And young Bjorn has done the business yet again. He has been the star of the show for his team today.
Definitief, hy het 'n baie goeie 100 meter gehad, goeie 200 meter en hy het nou mooi afgerond met 'n baie goeie wen hierso vir sy span en ons kan daar sien hoe hy sy spanmaat Christian Lombard 'n groot druk gee.
That's what it's all about in the end. And I tell you what, there's our photo finish and it looked like it was a little bit closer, but that dip from young Bjorn at the finish there and that finish time was 43.50. So like we were saying, just 0.17 of a second away from setting up a new mark.
En dan is dit Hoërskool of Pilditch College wat daar aan die derde plek daar deurkom.
Next up, the girls 17 4x100. The record here for the young lasses 48.44. And again, the lineup here very talented indeed in the silver race. Potchefstroom in lane 1, 2 Klerksdorp. Rustenburg goes in lane 3. Randburg rather in 4. Transvalia in 5. Noordvaal is in 6. And then E.G. Jansen in 7 and 8. Is Nelspruit on the outside. Your commentators been doing duty all day today. Arnold Gertz, joined by NWU coach Chris Conradi. And to all of you that have been watching all day today or popped in and then popped out again, thank you for being part of the 2018 Inter-High Noordvaal Gold and Silver live streaming event, the athletic series brought to you by School Sports and our sponsors, Ramble, Northwest University and Twiza. It's been our honor to have you with us. Please spread the word that this will be happening more often. Girls 17 4x100. Potchefstroom, Klerksdorp, Rustenburg, Randburg, Transvalia, Noordvaal, Jansen and Nelspruit. And again, they asked to stand down by the starter. Got to believe that some of those thunderclaps of hers in the gun have got a little wet. Ah, there we go. It's concert time.
Kyk, as jy heeldag so op die paviljoen sit, dan jy begin snaakse toertjies uitbring in die einde.
Well, the impressive thing is that they've still got battery life left. The way that they do Facebook and Twitter and all those other phenomenal things, I'm surprised they've got any battery left for the light to work in that phone. Right, here we go again. There we go, they're away. Potchefstroom, Klerksdorp, Rustenburg, Randburg, Transvalia, Noordvaal, E.G. Jansen and Nelspruit. Look for the first handover and see who is in the lead early on. Yeah, it looks like it could be Noordvaal and Transvalia.
En dit lyk soos Noordvaal daar weghardloop vir die veld, as ook Transvalia wat goed kom. Dit lyk kyk ook vir Rustenburg wat daar die binnekant deurkom. Kom ons kyk wat gebeur hierso by die tweede oorgee en yes, dit is Noordvaal wat nog die voortou neem.
Nelspruit, I beg your pardon, Klerksdorp and Rustenburg didn't have a good one in the end. And now the last handover. Let's have a look who's going to come through here now.
En dit is Hoërskool Noordvaal wat baie goed lyk hierso en in die binnekant kom Rustenburg deur, maar kyk vir Klerksdorp en hier in die middel kom Transvalia deur. Kyk wat gebeur en dit is Transvalia.
Whoa, here's a big one. Transvalia has come roaring through in that last leg. You would never have said that at that last handover. They were, 10, 15 meters behind it. Will you believe it?
Ongelooflik, dit gee mense sommer hoendervleis om dit te kan sien en dit is so goed om te sien dat die jong dame nie opgegee het nie, toe sy daai stokkie kry het, sy soos 'n blits gehardloop en die wedloop gewen.
Transvalia with a huge surprise. They were out of it. I would suggest that they were probably in 4th place at the handover, but a mighty fine finish from the young lady who anchored Transvalia's relay team there in the girls 17 4x100.
Dit wys jy net enigiets kan gebeur en dit is nog die wedloop is nie oor nie. Sodra daai stokkie oor die lyn is, dan kan jy relax, maar tot dan moet jy alles gee.
What an impressive finish that was. Item 135, the record here is 48.44 seconds. This is the girls' gold race, 17 4x100.
En in baan 1 het ons Monument, baan 2 Garsfontein, baan 3 Waterkloof, baan 4 Pilditch College, baan 5 Swartkop, baan 6 Kempton Park en in baan 7 het ons Affie Meisies en baan 8 Help Mekaar College.
The track has just about dried out completely, and I would venture to say that now it is really good conditions out there. It's nice and cool. I don't see too many people out there with long sleeves on, so it's not cold out there at all. It may be absolutely ideal weather now in the end here.
Kom ons kyk wat gebeur dan met hierdie dogters onder 17 4x100 meter aflos.
The stadium announcer just checking that each one of the handover points are, can I use the term, on point? And they get down in their blocks. Monument, Garsfontein, Waterkloof, Pilditch College, Swartkop, Kempton Park, Affie Meisies in lane 7, and on the outside in lane 8, Help Mekaar. The Braamfontein outfit did have a very good start there on the far right-hand side in lane 8. And also look at how much of a gap has been closed by the athlete in lane number 5 from Swartkop.
Definitief Swartkop wat goed lyk, as ook meisies hoor wat nou daar baie goeie oorgee daar gehad het. Wie gaan dit wees? Aan die binnekant lyk dit soos Hoërskool Monument wat nou goed hardloop. Kom ons kyk wat gebeur daar met die oorgees en dit is nog steeds meisies hoor, Swartkop en in die binnekant Monument.
Here comes a very big effort now from Help Mekaar. They've been out of this one virtually from the word go. Kempton Park also still looking good. But on the outside here, Affie Meisies going nicely now.
Kyk ook dan vir Pilditch College wat baie goed gehardloop het. En Pilditch College gaan reëne wen. Kyk net hoe mooi hardloop hierdie atleet. En in tweede plek is daar meisies hoor. En in die derde plek gaan ons Garsfontein en Kempton wat baie naby daar mekaar eindig.
Pilditch College coming through for a massive win in the end. Their last changeover was like silk. 49.01. Again, just 0.67 of a second away from the record.
Volgende dan is die seuns onder 17 4x100 meter aflos. En hierso het ons 'n rekord van 42.08 wat baie vinnig is. Kom ons kyk of een van hierdie spanne dit kan wen. En dan baan 1 het ons vir Rustenburg. Baan 2 het ons die span van Nelspruit, baan 3 het ons die span van Randburg, baan 4 Dr. E.G. Jansen, 5 het ons Noordvaal, 6 Transvalia, 7 Klerksdorp en dan jou aan die buitekant het ons Potchefstroom Gymnasium.
I must tell you that the lights here at Pilditch in Pretoria is now really at its best. It's now coming through. It's looking like daylight out there. And for us here, our cameras are also making it look phenomenal. We have these slightly darker windows on the commentary box. And I can tell you it's not always the easiest thing to see it on the far side there. Still dramatic though to see how beautifully these teams can pace themselves and make sure that they have the absolute best in the right position and finishing quickly. How important it is to have an anchor that runs all the way through and never gives up.
Kijk, jy kan die beste oorgees hê, maar dit hang nog steeds af van daai laaste man om tot op die einde alles te gee. En ons nou hoeveel 2 wedlope gehad waar 'n atleet van 3de, 4de plek af deurgekom het en vir hulle span die wen gekry het.
So again, this lineup for you as they're under starters orders. Rustenburg, Nelspruit, Randburg, Dr. E.G. Jansen, Noordvaal, Transvalia in lane 6, 7 belongs to Klerksdorp, and Potchefstroom Gymnasium is out there on lane 8. Good start here by lane 5. Lane 5 filled by Noordvaal and E.G. Jansen on their inside, also looking good. And then the team on lane 1, Rustenburg too, with a very good one in that first handover.
En dan is die span van Klerksdorp wat baie goed hardloop aan die buitekant, as ook Potchefstroom Gymnasium. Maar kom ons kyk wat gebeur met hierdie wedloop. en Klerksdorp lyk baie goed. Kom ons kyk wat of hulle die laaste oorgee net so mooi kan gee en wat maak die spanne aan die binnekant en is nog steeds Klerksdorp.
Klerksdorp with a really good handover and expect them to go. Yeah, the Klerksdorp man has got his hands in the air. He says it's their win. Potcher coming back at him, but that's not going to be enough. Klerksdorp win it very comfortably in a time of 43.32 seconds. And again, the record here, 42.08. And a nudge, just a little nudge away from the record there too.
Die volgende aflos dan is die seuns onder 17 4x100 meter in die goud afdeling en in baan 1 het ons Waterkloof, baan 2 Help Mekaar College, baan 3 Prestige College, baan 4 Affie Seuns, baan 5 het ons Kempton Park, baan 6 Swartkops, baan 7 Garsfontein en Monument in baan 8.
And while we wait for them to get under starters orders, just to go back for you to the boys 15 discus, won by Johan de Wet, 56.09. And that tops out at 1,200 points again. So another world-class performance here from young de Wet.
Ongelooflik, 1200 punte is baie punte en is 'n ongelooflike goeie afstand. Ons sien ook dat Dylan Geldnys is in die tweede plek met afstand van 52,3 met 1069 punte.
Yeah, so that means there's two really fine results there. World-class performances. The boys 19 shot put won by Chris van Niekerk with his distance of 16.76. And that was worth 880 points. Second went to Vian Otto and Divan Nordea took the bronze medal. So 17 and under the 4x100 meter relay. Record here, 42.08. The lads in front of them ran 43.32. So the bar has been set. That's quick. It'll push them all the way.
Definitief baie vinnige tyd. Kom ons kyk of een van hierdie skole in die goud afdeling vinniger tyd kan opstel.
Here's the lineup one more time. In lane 1, Waterkloof, Help Mekaar College on their outside. Prestige College in 3. Affies boys take the 4th place. Kempton Park in 5. Swartkop have to settle for lane 6 in 7. Garsfontein, and out on the outside again, that's where Monuments 4x100 meter team find themselves. 2 more events to go here at the Inter-High Noordvaal Gold and Silver Athletic Series, brought to you by School Sports. Good solid start from Prestige there.
Prestige lyk definitief baie goed. Met baie gelyk op hierdie stadium. Span van Kempton wat goed is, span van Affies wat baie goed lyk. Waterkloof daar aan die binnekant. Garsfontein lyk baie goed. Kom ons kyk na wat gebeur met hierdie wedloop.
There's a very quick second leg. Watch the handover very carefully. You want to make certain that that is nice and clean. It is indeed, and he's saying go, go, go. Look at Kempton Park, and then Affies here on the inside.
En dit gaan Affies en Kempton Help Mekaar lyk baie goed daar aan die binnekant. Wie gaan hierdie wedloop wen?
It's very, very even. It looks like it could be Kempton Park. Affies is coming back at them, and look at Prestige chasing down, but not enough.
Baie goeie wen daar van Kempton, en dit is sover nog ons nabyste wedloop gewees met die eerste 4 skole wat op mekaar se hake is. Ongelooflik.
42.84, the record 42.08, so a very, very quick finish there, and my word, Prestige were in the lead early on, they gave it away, and oh so close for the gold medal yet again.
En nou kom ons by die laaste aflosse van die dag, die onder 19 ouderdom, en ons gaan begin met die B-groep, of die silvergroep se dogters onder 19 4x100 meter, en in baan 1 het ons Nelspruit, baan 2 het ons Randburg, baan 3 Klerksdorp, baan 4 Noordvaal, baan 5 Dr. E.G. Jansen, en 6 het ons Potchefstroom Gymnasium, baan 7 het ons Rustenburg en baan 8 Transvalia.
As the cheerleaders get back out there to go and inspire their team for the last 2 races of the evening, let's update you on the boys 19 high jump. Tian Cordier won that with a height of 190, 1 meter and 90 centimeters. That gave him a 10 centimeter advantage over Joshua Maas. And then Rudolf Bredenkamp was third with 175. Ruan Bronkhorst won the boys 15 long jump, and he only had 5 centimeters victory margin over Frans Pretorius and Flippy Swartz, recorded 5.76 in the third place. So the final girls 4x100 meter relay. Nelspruit in lane 1, Randburg 2, Klerksdorp and Noordvaal 3 and 4, E.G. Jansen in 5, Potch Gymnasium in 6, Rustenburg in 7, and number 8, Transvalia on the outside. This is the silver race.
Dit is heel moontlik die laaste keer wat hierdie dogters vir hulle skool gaan deelneem in atletiek. En kom ons kyk wat gaan gebeur hierso.
One changeover and everything can change. 4x100 meters silver relay for the girls 19 and under. Again, Nelspruit, Randburg, Klerksdorp, Noordvaal, E.G. Jansen, Potchefstroom, Rustenburg and Transvalia. Who gets there first? The handover first to their team at handover number 1.
Dit lyk soos Klerksdorp en Noordvaal word baie goed. Daar is Randburg lyk baie goed en Potch Gymnasium lyk nie sleg nie. Kom ons kyk wat gebeur daar by die tweede oorgee en ons sien Noordvaal kom aan die binnekant baie mooi deur.
They look great in their relay kit. This is the last time they'll be doing this for their schools. And there's some really good running being put together here. This is also going to be very, very tight in the end.
En wie gaan hierdie wen? Dit lyk soos Noordvaal wat daar eerste oorgee, Klerksdorp wat tweede oorgee en Potch Gymnasium in die derde plek. Kom ons kyk wie wen hierdie wedloop en dit lyk tog soos Noordvaal. Kyk vir Klerksdorp. Klerksdorp kom baie mooi daar aan die binnekant deur. Gaan hulle hierdie wen? Gaan hulle hom wen? En yes,
ja!
Daar wen Klerksdorp hom.
Another one,
Ongelooflik.
just one more of those where it shows you don't give up until it's all done. Klerksdorp kept it on, and those long strides eating up the red tartan of the Pilditch track and coming through to win that eventually. Klerksdorp, and a wonderful race again. Look at that, a wonderful win in the end and probably a little bit of daylight to spare in any case.
En kyk hy naby tussen derde en vierde plek. Ongelooflike wedloop wat ons vanaand hierso beleef op Pilditch.
51.7, it looked like that finish time was.
Volgende dan is die dogters onder 19 goud afdeling en in baan 1 het ons Help Mekaar College, baan 2 Prestige College, baan 3 Garsfontein, baan 4 Kempton Park, baan 5 Affie Meisies, baan 6 Monument, baan 7 Waterkloof, baan 8 Swartkops. Gaan Zenay van der Walt dit deurtrek vir Affie Meisies of gaan ons 'n verrassing sien vanaand?
Still the schools piling on the noise. Prestige still having a great time. They were certainly one of the most inspirational schools out there. Never were they quiet for a second. They were amazing all the way through.
Kyk my, oorgie 1 is reg, oorgie 2 is reg, oorgie 3 is reg. Ons is gereed vir die dogters onder 19 goud afdeling se 4x100 meter aflos.
Only 3 more races remain of a day absolutely packed with more than 300 different items. The athletics has been phenomenal.
En die ongelooflike talent wat ons vandag hier gesien het, maak my baie opgewonde. Ek dink ons gaan 'n paar van hierdie atlete wat hier deelneem in die toekoms sien vir Suid-Afrika deelneem.
The 19 girls, 4x100, Help Mekaar, Prestige, Garsfontein, Kempton Park, Affie Meisies, Monument, Waterkloof and Swartkop. Again, watch them carefully as they hand over on the far side after 100 meters.
Dit lyk soos Prestige wat daar eerste oorgee.
Ja.
Meisies hoor wat goed lyk. Waterkloof lyk baie goed daar aan die buitekant. En ons kyk wat gebeur. Waterkloof hardloop nog steeds goed. Prestige lyk baie goed. Meisies hoor lyk goed.
Monas also not quite out of it. It's all dependent on their handovers now.
En dit lyk of Meisies hoor nou baie opgetel het daar aan die binnekant. Kyk vir Prestige College en Waterkloof is nog steeds voor. Kom ons kyk of Zenay van der Walt hierdie gaan wen of gaan Simonay Kellerman hierdie vat.
Oh, there you go. You bring them home, Chris.
En ons sien dit is Meisies hoor en dit is Waterkloof en in die binnekant Prestige College, maar Affies meisies is net te sterk op die dag. Baie geluk meisies hoor.
Yeah, they were very strong in those last 2 changeovers. That did the business, they did the trick. Or maybe it was just those very colourful blue and white tights.
Dit is ongelooflik om te sien. Dit voel vir my asof hierdie atlete, as jy daai pakkie aantrek, hardloop jy sommer baie vinniger.
Hy sny sommer 'n hele paar sekondes af. Lovely running though, and good competition as well. 50.62 it was in the end.
En nou maak ons gereed vir die groot aflosse van die dag. Dis die seuns onder 19, 4x100 meter in die silwer afdeling en daarna gaan ons die grootte sien. En dit is die seuns onder 19 goud afdeling 4x100 meter aflos. Maar nou eers in die silwer afdeling het ons in baan 1 vir Klerksdorp, baan 2 Noordvaal, baan 3 Dr. E.G. Jansen, baan 4 Potchgymnasium, baan 5 Rustenburg, baan 6 Nelspruit, baan 7 Transvalia en baan 8 Randburg.
More of your field event results for you. The boys 16 long jump, and Zander Maria was the winner there with a distance of 6 meters and 46 centimeters. That gave him a 33 centimeter advantage over Albert Billings, and Joshua Jooste took the bronze medal with his 6.09 meters. So the other results have, I think, just about all gone. We've gone through them for you. Just to confirm, the javelin for the girls 16, 39.81 meters for Malene Pinaar. Jessica van der Westhuizen in second, and Alison Steyn took the bronze medal. So then, the second to last event of the day. They're under starters orders. The boys, silver race, 19 and under, 4x100 meters. Klerksdorp, Noordvaal, Dr. E.G. Jansen, Potchefstroom Gym, Rustenburg, Nelspruit, Transvalia and Randburg start out in lane 8.
Definitief die gunstelinge hierso is Potchgymnasium, of gaan ons 'n verrassing sien in een van die ander skole wat hulle gaan wen?
Potchefstroom looks like they've got out to a very good start early on. The man there is eating up the ground at the moment, and the first handover, yeah, it is still them.
En dit lyk ook, hoërskool Nelspruit wat baie goed daar gaan, en aan die binnekant, kom ons kyk wat gebeur, dit lyk nog steeds Potchgymnasium, Nelspruit wat baie goed gaan iemand hulle verbyvat, of gaan dit 'n gimmieswen wees, of kan ons sien dat die manne van die Laafveld Rene gaan wen?
Well, that wasn't a good handover there, but Nelspruit did have a very good one, a slick one, and on the inside, there's a bit of a surprise as well. Look who's leading this.
En dis Potchgymnasium wat hier baie mooi deurkom, Nelspruit in die tweede plek, en in die binnekant sien ons in die derde plek gaan 'n Noordvaal wees, maar ons Potchgymnasium trek hier ene deur vir hulle. Baie mooi manne, dis 'n ongelooflike tyd wat julle ook daar gehardloop het. Baie wel gedaan.
Rustenburg tried for all they possibly could, and in lane 6, I thought that Nelspruit were going to come through there, but their changeover, their second to last changeover, was not slick at all, and that cost them the race. 42.48 seconds. So a good time, but not good enough, as the record here is a lightning fast 41.01.
En daai 41.01 was opgestel in 2012 deur die span van Afrikaans Hoërseunskool, en dit is tot vandag een van die vinnigste tye op vir 'n skoolspan in Suid-Afrika, en Afriese onder 19 span van hierdie jaar het laasweek by die Pretoria Interhore 41.07 gehardloop. Dit is maar 0.6 sekondes weg. So kom ons kyk of die span van Affies vandag onder 41 gaan hardloop, of gaan ons 'n verrassing sien.
So the boys' final 4x100, and at this stage, all eyes now look at that bodysuit. That's the way that you suit it up.
En daai is dan die wit blitse van Affies, en hulle het 'n baie groot geskiedenis met aflos op hierdie byeenkoms. Gaan ons vandag weer 'n ongelooflike tyd sien hoe die wit blitse hardloop, of gaan Prestige College vir ons 'n verrassing bring? Kom ons kyk wat gebeur.
Well, They've thrown down the gauntlet with that clocking of theirs of 41.07. That's only 0.06 away from the existing record set up by 4 of the finest young sprinters that has come through. Even the man in the moon is watching us tonight.
Nee, kyk, die manmannetjie het definitief die beste view vandag en hy gaan 'n ongelooflike skouspel van atletiek sien in die volgende paar sekondes.
So the lineup here for you in 1. It's Garsfontein Prestige College. Settle for lane 2 in 3 Affies. All eyes will be on them. Monas outside them in 4. Waterkloof in 5. Help Mekaar College in 6. In 7 Swartkop and lane 8 Kempton Park.
Die spanning is hoog hierso. Gaan ons 'n nuwe rekord sien? Gaan ons 'n verrassing sien? Kom ons kyk wat gebeur.
This is the quietest the whole of Pilditch has been the whole day. Op Mekaar. Waterkloof on their inside with the blue and yellow. Garsfontein starts in lane 1. The favourites, Affies, in lane 3. Official says they're ready. Oh, and after all of that tension, there's a collective, can you believe it? We have to go through that again.
Nee, kyk, almal is op die punte van hulle stoele, naels is afgekou. Die spanning is baie hoog hier in die stadion. Kom ons kyk wat gebeur met hierdie aflos.
So just to confirm for you again, Garsfontein, Prestige in 2, outside them Affies, that's them there in lane 3, Monument. Waterkloof in 5. Help Mekaar College start off in lane 6. That's Young Wynand, you can tell. Help Mekaar in 6 then, Swartkops in 7 and 8, Kempton Park. That baton held precariously, now they're off. This is the one chance they have it, one final chance.
En dis Prestige College wat baie vinnig daardie blokke uit is. Kom ons kyk wat gebeur by daai eerste oorgee. Dis Prestige College,
Ja.
Affies. Kloof lyk baie goed, maar daar sit Affies wat baie vinnig hardloop, Prestige College wat baie vinnig hardloop.
Second handover now. Who's there first? Massive handover there from the men in yellow and black. But it is Affies now.
Kom ons kyk wat gebeur hier op die einde en is Ruben Els. Kom ons kyk of Ruben Rene kan deurtrek vir Affies. Ongelooflik. Kyk net hoe hardloop, mooi hardloop hierdie man. Kyk vir Retsidicho Malenga daar aan die binnekant. Gaan hy vir Ruben wen? Gaan hy vir Ruben wen? En dit is Affies wat wen. Baie geluk manne, ongelooflik. 41,4 sekondes. Dis
Look
nog
at
steeds
that.
een van die vinnigste tye wat op die interhoor gehardloop het. En as ons kyk na die weer is daai baie vinnig. Baie geluk manne en ongelooflike vinnige laaste been daar van Prestige College Malenga.
41.40. The record here missed by 0.39 of a second, but not for a lack of trying. That was magnificent. And the boys from Help Mekaar very pleased with their effort as well. The cheerleaders are down there giving their lads the big hugs and the congratulations. What a day it's been though for athletics, and it's been a day in which I for one have had my faith restored in school sport to a great degree, because you don't realize just how much talent there is out there. The world-class performances that we've seen, and probably 15 or 20 of them in the 1,000 to 1,200 point degree, and it has been absolutely magnificent to see how many world-class performances we've had today, Chris.
Dis 'n ongelooflike dag van atletiek gewees. Ek's bevoorreg om hier te gewees het. Dis so lekker om so baie talent te sien. Dit maak my opgewonde, veral voor ons môre aand na die seniors gaan kyk by die Athletics Grand Prix byeenkoms. As hierdie enigstens 'n voorsmaakie is wat vir Suid-Afrika voorlê, dan gaan ons nog groot atletiek sien in die volgende paar jaar.
Yeah, indeed, I have to agree with you. Ek dink dis 'n wonderlike manier om na dinge te kyk. There are some very big names that will come through, and very big names that we've seen in action here today. If you just consider the incredible performances from the 100 all the way through to the 1.5s, and now the relays, and some world-class performances also in the field, which we weren't always able to show you. We told you about a lot of them, but we weren't always able to show you all of the performances out there in the field. But what a fantastic day of action, starting just after 7 today and going all the way through until just before 7 o'clock tonight. Well, the teams will be staying to hear some of the awards and also the Gees Award, because that's what they've been competing for as well during the day. That will be done a little later on tonight.
En op die skerm is die finale uitslag van die gekombineerde spankompetisies tussen die seuns en die dogters in die silwer afdeling. En in die 8ste plek het ons Dr. E.G. Jansen met 481 punte en in die 7de plek Transvaalia met 570, Randburg 606, Rustenburg 613, Klerksdorp 661, in die 3de plek dan Potchefstroom Gymnasium met 667 punte, in die 2de plek Noordvaal met 716 en dan ons 2018 Inter-Hoë silwer kompetisie wenners van die Noordvaal Inter-Hoër is Nelspruit met 775 punte. En dan in die goue kompetisie vir die gesamentlike seuns en dogters is dit Kempton Park in die 7de plek met 476, Swartkops in die 6de plek met 528, in die 5de plek is Waterkloof 581, Garsfontein in die 4de plek 584, Monument Hoërskool met 596 punte in die 3de plek en dan in die 2de plek Help Mekaar College met 715 en dan ons 2018 Noordvaal goue afdeling kompetisiewenners is Prestige College. Dan lees ons ook die dogters uitslae by die silwer afdeling en in die 8ste plek was Dr. E.G. Jansen met 219 punte, in die 7de plek Transvaalia met 281, in die 6ste plek was Rustenburg met 297, Randburg was in die 5de plek met 331, in die 4de plek by die dogters afdeling by die silwer kategorie was Potch Gymnasium met 338, Klerksdorp in die 3de plek 346, Hoërskool Noordvaal in die 2de plek met 365 en die dogterskompetisie word gewen deur Nelspruit Hoërskool. Dan gaan ons na die seuns silwer afdeling toe, Dr. E.G. Jansen in die 8ste plek 262, Randburg in die 7de plek 275, Transvaalia in die 6ste plek 289, Klerksdorp in die 5de plek 315, Rustenburg in die 4de plek 316, Potch Gymnasium in die 3de plek by die seunskompetisie 341, Noordvaal tweede met 351 en dan ons wenners by die seuns afdeling is Nelspruit en Nelspruit is ook ons gesamentlike wenners. Dan die aparte uitslae van die dogters en die seuns by die goue kompetisie. In die 8ste plek by die dogters was Monument met 239. In die 7de plek was Kempton Park met 260. Garsfontein was 6de met 279. In die 5de plek was Swartkop met 285. Waterkloof was 4de met 302. En in die 3de plek was Help Mekaar College met 369 punte. En in die 2de plek is dit Prestige College met 383 en in die 1ste plek by die dogters afdeling was Meisies Hoër met 435.
So as Duitser Bosman from Varsity Sports and School Sports hands over those prizes on behalf of our sponsors Ramble, Northwest University and Twiza, we'd like to say thank you for watching. And co-commentator Chris Conradi, what an incredible day. Sum up for me, what was your highlight?
Vir my die ongelooflikste van die dag was definitief daai 100 meter van Tando Dlodlo van Monument met 'n 10,29 is definitief 'n wêreldklas tyd gewees en dan ook Zenay van der Walt wat die kort hekkies, lang hekkies en dan daai 400 meter gewen het in 'n 54,02 sekondes. Dit was van die twee hoogtepunte en dan ook die aflosse is altyd opwindend, maar ek moet sê die hele dag as geheel was 'n ongelooflike atletiekdag en ek is opgewonde vir die toekoms.
Well, for me, the standout performance of the day, young Ntando Mhlangu, with his 1:48.30, that scores 1,200, but that's probably more than 1,200 on the world rankings table. And that was in the boys 16,800 and then also coming through to win the 400. So he's done some wonderful things, and that is just about that for us all as we wrap on behalf of the Inter-High Noordvaal Gold and Silver Athletics Series. For Chris Conradi, I'm Arnold Goetz and the whole crew saying thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.